Hello everyone, welcome to Madrid Pulse. You got source of latest news, events, and everything happens in heart of Spain. Stiller soars again, despite Nico Paz's arrival. Real Madrid is following the Stuttgart mastermind and is shaking up the transfer market like it hasn't done in 16 years. Market in spectacular fashion, something they haven't done for 16 years. 2009 saw the arrivals of Benzema, Cristiano Ronaldo, now Real Madrid manager Xabi Alonso, Arbeloa, Albiol, and a Kaká, who ended up being disappointing due to injuries. But before continue, make sure you have already subscribed for getting more Real Madrid updates. Let's dive in. With Alexander-Arnold and Huijsen already sealed, and the arrival of Álvaro Carreras yet to be finalized, once Manchester United has fueled the flames for the white smoke, the club's directors seem to have put no limits on what they were calling changes in March, and which by May had become a revolution. As reported by Marca, the shopping list between the sporting directors and Xabi Alonso included a need to bring in a man who could act as the brains behind the Real Madrid's game. Among those names was Angelo Stiller, the Stuttgart midfielder who would arrive with the endorsement of Toni Kroos's recommendation. This newspaper has learned that the German's possible arrival has nothing to do with the repurchase of Nico Paz. The Argentine international's situation is going his own way, independent of the midfielder's situation. He's a player Real Madrid gave carte blanche to let go last summer, but they haven't lost control or surveillance of him all season. His play has been convincing. An agreement is being sought with Como because the Italian club is interested in several players from the Real Madrid Youth Academy who would have a place in the team still managed by Cesc Fabregas, who has clearly opted for youth as the path to success. For now, he has achieved salvation with the club, and several of the big clubs are fighting to sign him, starting with Inter Stiller, along with his teammates, celebrated Stuttgart's success in the German Cup, which ended with some of the German team's players being hesitant about their next destination. Interest in the player has been growing. Technical analyses suggest the need to incorporate players who are less star-studded, more adapted to teamwork, and with enough quality to give Real Madrid their own style. The goal is to have players in the squad who are gradually becoming stars in the day-to-day life of Real Madrid, and who don't come with that reference status in exchange for more than 100 million euros. For 8 months this season, Real Madrid defensive mainstay Antonio Rüdiger played through severe pain in his knee, taking painkillers, knowing that undergoing surgery would further deplete the team's defensive resources, following the Copa del Rey final defeat to Barcelona, during which the defender's condition worsened, and he was hit with a 6-game ban. He made the decision to go under the knife. Rudiger underwent arthroscopic surgery on his knee in the hope of being fit for the FIFA Club World Cup starting in June, although it was considered nearly impossible at the time. However, according to AS, there is major good news for Real Madrid as Rudiger's recovery has progressed very well, putting him in the fray for the Club World Cup. Originally, the club's medical team estimated a minimum recovery time of 8 weeks, but the veteran center-back is on track to return sooner. Since being operated on by Dr. Manuel Leyes on 29 April, the German international has undergone an intensive recovery routine, working tirelessly in the gym, and his efforts are paying off. Rüdiger is enjoying a few days of well-deserved rest in his country. When he returns to Valdebebas on the 2nd of June, with Xabi Alonso at the helm, he will start running on the pitch as he enters the final phase of his recovery. The expectation is that he will travel with the squad to the United States and may even be available for Real Madrid's second group stage match in the Club World Cup against Pachuca on 22nd June, very confident that he can be useful at the Club World Cup, club insiders say. Given the shortage of defenders, that would be a major boost for new manager Xabi Alonso. By then, it will have been 7 weeks since his operation. New offer to get Endrick out of Real Madrid. The young Brazilian striker wants to get more playing time with the goal of playing in the next World Cup. Juventus has taken the initiative to secure Endrick's services on loan, aware that the young Brazilian striker will have a very difficult time finding a place at Real Madrid next season. The Italian club has already initiated contact with Real Madrid, intending to offer continuity and playing time to the promising 18-year-old attacker, who has yet to establish himself in Real Madrid's elite. In his first year with Real Madrid, Endrick has featured occasionally but has played little in the lineup of now former manager Carlo Ancelotti. Although he has played more than 30 matches across all competitions, his contribution in minutes has been limited, reflecting the difficult situation facing a player of his caliber within a squad brimming with attacking stars. The arrival of Mbappé and the consolidation of players like Vinicius, Rodrigo, and Bellingham further complicate his chances of starring. Real Madrid isn't considering a sale, but they are considering a loan move that would allow him to develop regularly in a competitive environment. Juventus appears to be the best-positioned club, repeating a formula that has already yielded results in the past with young Real Madrid players who found the ideal environment for their football development in Italy.